Hey everybody, welcome. This is Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy. As ever, great to have you along. Thanks for watching the video today. Before we start, this is a product review, and if you do buy this product, and the link's down below in the bottom, you will be paying me a very small commission, about 50p a can, I think, to be exact. So we always like to disclose that and be very honest with you that it's a paid promotion, I guess you'd call it that, but that's not going to affect my honesty on this review. I'm always honest. I would never say a product's great unless I thought it was. So let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing today. We are talking about Sweet Spot Spray. It's not a deodorant. A lot of you may already use something to spray on your club face, and it's normally something like foot powder, Dr. Scholl's foot powder, or dry shampoo, and you can spray that on the club face, and as the ball hits the club face it leaves a little mark, so that obviously tells you where you're hitting the ball on the face. Now we all know as golfers that the more you can hit the ball out the middle of the club, the better performance it is, the straighter the ball's going to go, the more consistent the carry distance is going to be, and the spin rates and all sorts of other things. And when we start hitting the ball at the heel or the toe or high or low on the club face, it has an adverse effect on where the ball's going to go. And it's often a sign that something in the technique isn't quite right. So my friends at Sweet Spot Spray have sent me a tin of their latest product, Sweet Spot Spray. Let me tell you a little bit more about it. Now, got to be honest, I've had very little experience using sprays on golf clubs. I've never really done it that much in my coaching. I don't know why, I just never have, but I know a lot of coaches do use it. The problem with something like the Dr. Scholl's foot spray is that you've got to spray quite a lot of it on there to get a good coating. That can then affect the numbers on launch monitors, can send them skewy. So with this product here, we're going to do it in a minute. You only have to spray a little bit on it. You get a very thin covering, and it doesn't tend to affect the spin numbers because you're not filling in the grooves and all that sort of stuff. So that's one of the advantages of this product. The other thing is the price, and I've just got a couple of notes I've made here from the guys that they sent me a little bit more about it. Dr. Scholl's foot spray has 4 to 6% powder per can. This has 17 to 20% powder. So it's $7.99 a can, okay, and you can probably buy foot spray for a lot cheaper than that. Because there's more powder in there, it's actually going to last longer, and you only need a thinner coat on top of it to cover the golf club. Things like dry shampoo, they tend to leave a really clumpy white blob on the face, which again affects the performance off the launch monitors and just doesn't really become an effective material to see where the strike location's on. So we'll just have a little quick scroll down on the have a little hit. Quote from Tiger Woods there, said, "Just hit the middle of the face." Let's start with that. Yeah, pretty good quote from Tiger. Stuff that you may not know: highest ball speeds occurs when you hit the club face, center of mass and the sweet spot. That very much applies, I think, to the modern driver these days. If you just flush one bang out the middle with the latest drivers, then that's when you're going to get your maximum carry distance, spin rates, launch angles are all going to be absolutely bang on. So golf powder spray to help your alignment and monitor strike location, giving you control and consistency of your ball speed, spin and direction. Here's apparently an 18 handicap strike location, and as you can see, a couple in the middle, then one high and then one toe. A 3 handicap strike location here, much more in the center. So yeah, I think, strike spray is just a way of finding out where you do strike the ball from. If you're hitting it high on the face, low on the face, and then you maybe want to go and speak to your teaching professional and find out a little bit more why you're hitting the ball out the heel. Heel strikes for me often come from people who may be a little bit too close to the ball, maybe swinging a little bit too much out to in, bringing the heel into play too early. Consequently, if you hit a lot of toe strikes, you could just be too far away from it, or you're delivering the club too much from in to out, bringing the toe into play. Hitting skying your driver, hitting shots sort of high on the face often come from a very steep angle of attack, ball too back in the stance, angle of attack too steep, moving forward. loads of different reasons. And consequently, when you catch one sort of a little bit low on the club face down here, that can come from not enough knee flex, gaining height at impact, all sorts of reasons. So it's just there as a bit of a guide as to where you're hitting it, and then you can make adjustments from there. Let's grab a golf club, let's put some spray on it, and let's hit a couple of shots. Okay, I've got my 7-iron here. I've been shaking the can up. It said to give it a really good shake and hold it about a foot away and then just give it a very light coat. So let's do it over here so that you can actually see what's going on. So just about a foot away. Just a very light coat like so. You can see just a quick little burst, wasn't it? I'm going to give that a minute just to dry off a little bit. So we'll just let that dry off, and then what we'll do is we'll hit a couple of shots and we'll see exactly where I'm striking the ball from. Hopefully somewhere near the middle. Be embarrassing if it wasn't. Be back in a minute. Okay, I just gave that a minute to dry. Probably doesn't even need that long. It's got a really thin coat of powder on there. Let's have a little hit and see where our strike location's coming from, shall we? Hope it's out the middle. Well, there's the first one. A little bit. It's not bad, what do you think? Possibly a little bit high up on the face, isn't it? But certainly seemed to come out the middle. You can see it's made a nice impression there on the face. So I'll just hit one more and we'll see. And that's pretty much bang on top of the last one. Maybe actually just a fraction lower looking at the strike there. Strike's just a little bit lower, but both out the middle of the club, so pretty happy with that. So there we go. There's the sweet spot strike spray. Quite interesting, is it? So I've had very little experience using it. I'm very lucky. I have a GC2 launch monitor with head measurement technology on it. That actually gives me strike location on the face, so I know exactly where people are hitting it from. So I personally don't really have much need to use strike spray, but you know, not everyone's got a launch monitor which can do that. So you know, it's a pretty cheap and easy way to find out where you're striking the ball on the club face. If you're hitting it out the middle consistently, brilliant. If you're not, it's coming out the heel, coming out the toe, maybe go and see your local teaching pro and they can give you a little bit of help on that. So thanks for watching the video today. Link down below if you're interested in purchasing one of those. If you do buy one, love to get your feedback, and I think the company want to get some feedback as well. It's a new product to the market, I believe, and they're always interested to hear back what their customers think of the product, so they can refine it, improve it, or do whatever to it. So there we go. I'm Andrew Ainsworth. Thanks for watching the video. All the best. Bye for now.